Alright then, guys. Hello and welcome to ABRL. It is the driver draft, the day you have all been waiting for. Just run you through how this is going to work. So every single team has a team owner and they will pick a driver. They can pick in any order they want. They could pick a tier 4 driver first if they wanted to. But it is Haas who will be the first pick, then McLaren, then Ferrari, then AlphaTauri, then Mercedes, then Aston Martin, then Red Bull, Williams, Alpine, and Alfa Romeo. Then we reverse that order for the second round and so on until every single seat is filled. And of course, these guys have a time limit. It's 30 seconds to choose. So it's going to be quick, smart. This is going to be the deciding day for a lot of people. And don't be disheartened. If you don't get a seat, you will still get a chance to race as a reserve, of course. Let's see the first pick, shall we? B-Hill in the hot seat. It's going to be Rusty in tier 1 for Team Haas, the first pick of this driver draft. Very, very strong pick there is Rusty, one of the people who is tipped to win this tier 1 championship. So very, very strong pick indeed from Behill. I think he has thrown Copazonics off of his game there, of course, the team owner. For McLaren, who's in the hot seat now, he's typing. What's he going to type? What is going to be his decision on this one? As we wait to see what the second pick is going to be. Over Bourbon for tier 1. There we go. Second pick is Bourbon for McLaren. And he is, I think that's a little bit more of a risk. Not one of the straight up drivers you'd immediately think of for tier 1. But yes, very, very good pick there. He also can definitely challenge for that championship today. You sit here waiting for Limitless to choose, not TRL Limitless, TRC Limitless. Different people, of course, not the YouTuber. As he is making his decision now, again, taking his time, being careful with who he chooses. I'm guessing he's going to choose tier 1 as well. I would suspect that, unless he wants to get a really good pick for tier 2, make sure he can win the championship in that. But I'd say tier 1, make sure you get one of about 4 people who can win this championship, because we have a bit of a gap after that top 4 in tier 1. Looking at those, here we go, Team Ferrari, and he's chosen Omega in tier 1. Very, very strong driver indeed is Omega. I know how fast that man is. I think he can challenge Rusty and Bourbon there. Who's he going to choose? Will it be tier 1 or not? Again, I suspect it would be tier 1. It seems like the better choice. Here we go, tier 1, and he's chosen Decorous Harvey. Again, very fast driver, although Harvey pretty decently inconsistent. I don't know what happens if they run out of time, I'm not going to lie. But it's Cryptic has chosen Harvey with the 4th pick of this draft then. Very, very strong pick so far. And it seems to be, as expected, as you go down, you do get worse picks. Although Harvey, I think, might be slightly underrated in this draft class. And Falcon has chosen for Mercedes Jayco R for tier 2. He's gone straight in with a tier 2 pick there, has Falcon. And Jayco R will be joining Mercedes for this season, the first tier 2 driver to be picked. And I think Falcon has just gone, you know what? Let me have a good tier 2 driver. Make sure I can win the championship there, because I'm not in the top 4 in tier 1. So I'd say smart decision there from Falcon. We shall see. Here we go. Aston Martin has chosen Iwanino, and he's put a little goat next to it for tier 1. Again, pretty good choice there. He thinks he can do. He thinks Iwanino can bring home the points for him today, and well, he is Aston Martin's first tier 1 driver. Again, only one person to be chosen from tier 2. Falcon making that decision. He's brought in Jake OR, sorry, not AR, with the 5th pick. Blocking 6th pick, Iwanino for tier 1. Gray now on the clock. Oh no, Brent actually, sorry. Red Bull have chosen KMK for tier 1. Again, a strong driver there, and all going for tier 1 except from Falcon still. Falcon seeming to be the worst one. He's gone for Kostag, not Kostcag. Kostag there for tier 1. And again, still Falcon, the only one who has chosen a tier 2 driver, the only one not to choose tier 1. And he's going against the grain. Jezzy for Alpine chooses VRA Elusive. I'm just going to say that because I don't know how to say it properly. And it's, yeah, all of the rounds after 9. Jesse's gone for Elusive, and that's another Tier 1 pick. And he's gone for Harvey Allen for Tier 1. There is Dre. I'd say another good pick. Tier 1 once again, and still Falcon, the only one in the first round to choose a non-Tier 1 driver, and it's Dre immediately after. So he gets 2 middle picks as Dre. We'll see whether this is good for him or not. It's reversed order from this first part. And once they've done the rest, once all of them have gone twice, we shall go into their voice chat and ask them a couple of questions, see if they're happy with their teams or not. And he's chosen Stabby for Tier 2. She's gone Tier 2 now. And, well, that's the second Tier 2 driver picked. And it is Stabby. And we shall see. I think it will be Stabby versus Jake in Tier 2 then. Well, they're hoping it will be anyway. I think actually Dre's hoping that Stabby will be out there alone. And so is Falcon thinking Jake's going to be out there on his own. But those two definitely picked in Tier 2 then. All the other drivers have been Tier 1 so far. And BRT Wolf has been chosen for Tier 2 for Alpine with their second pick in round 2. Round 1. Their second pick in round 1. They've gone with the Tier 2 driver as well. I think this is going to be the common theme. Tier 1 driver for the first round, Tier 2 driver for the second pick. So we shall see then. As Jesse's picked BRT Wolf, and very fast driver once again. They are picking some fast drivers from this Tier 2 list, and they're making sure they get one of those championship contenders right off the back. And Dan for Williams has picked HSR Cobb from Tier 1. So both of Dan's drivers are picked. Kostag and Cobb. Kostag, and Cobb are going to be chosen for Williams. They will be teammates for the upcoming season in Tier 1. And Dan will be hoping they put together a good performance, at least, for them in this whole season. And Brenda's chosen Eli for Tier 3. Eli, very fast driver. I think he could be a Tier 2 driver, really. But no, he is a Tier 3. He's been chosen for Red Bull and blocking Aston Martin. He's chosen Beeb for Tier 1. And Beeb will be teammates with Ewan for this upcoming season. Beeb and Ewan will be driving for Aston Martin in Season 4 of ABRL. And let's hope they get along as teammates. Of course they will. And Falcon has chosen Rev Caterpillar from Tier 1 then. And he will be partnering with... actually, no, this is his first Tier 1 pick. So Falcon with his first Tier 1 pick goes with Rev Caterpillar, someone who we know is very, very fast indeed, but unfortunately has not had the consistency recently. Cryptic is on the clock. Typing currently. We shall see who he decides to choose. He's chosen QBR Kyle for Tier 1. So QBR Kyle will be teammates with Harvey there, and Cryptic hasn't messed up this time round and messed up with the slow mode. Then Malus is next then. He'll be choosing for Ferrari. He's already chosen one Tier 1 driver, and he will be picking his second Tier 1 driver. Now he's chosen HSR Chris, very fast driver. Obviously, esports driver. Most of these guys are esports drivers. But Tier 1 HSR Chris, he'll be driving for Ferrari and will be teammates with Harvey. And Koi has chosen his second Tier 1 driver. He's chosen Skyrius in Tier 1, and he will be partnering Bourbon. And B Hill will probably choose his second Tier 1 driver now, and he's got to choose the best of the rest. And that will be... Will that be all of the... Oh, no, he's chosen XRL Jacob to partner himself in Tier 2. So B Hill and Jacob will be teammates in Tier 2. So 1 Tier 3 driver picked so far, and 3 Tier 2s, I believe. Yes, it is. 3 Tier 2s and 1 Tier 3. The rest have been Tier 1s. As we'll head on to the second part, the second round, once we've had a little chat with the team owners. Just let me join their voice chat and ask them a couple of questions. Falcon, you were the first one to pick a tier 2 driver. Why were you the first one to do that? Do you think you just wanted to get that best tier 2 driver, was it, or was it just a moment of madness?
With me being like middle order, I kind of had an idea of watching what the four ahead of me did. They all went for tier one, so I thought, right, I'm gonna go for one of the better tier two drivers and get a quick driver cemented in. Let everyone kind of fight over the tier one drivers and get a quick tier two driver was kind of the idea. But I've still got a good pick for tier one in Rev Caterpillar as well, so I'm happy with the two choices so far.
Fair enough. Yep, Rev is a very, very fast driver. You just got to find a good person to pair him in the second round then. Blocking, you were quite confident immediately afterwards in the chat. Why is that?
Well, I think goal number one of of the draft was to immediately pair Ewan and Beep up because I know those two have some immense chemistry and they're fast at it. Plus, I know their history when it comes to championships. They're both absolutely great, so I knew it was going to be a great combination if I paired them two up.
Yep, fair enough. They are both very fast drivers. We'll see how they get on in season 4, won't we?
Mhm.
Only time will tell. Brent, I want to just ask you, why did you choose a tier 3 driver? I'm guessing same logic as Falcon there. You just wanted to get a fast driver immediately, but it seems going right the way down to tier 3 seems a bit odd to me.
Yeah, I already had a good teammate for tier one with KMK, and because I also drive T1 that was full, so I just wanted a very quick drive for the other tier, and I saw him for tier three as the perfect driver to maybe win the championship. So that's why I chose him.
Fair enough. Makes pretty good sense there. And of course, yeah, you choosing your teammate. That must be quite nice though to choose your teammate because you know exactly the kind of person you want with you. Have you chosen him as a second driver, or are you going to be taking that role?
I think we can have the same status in the team. I know him from the chorus time that he's a very fast driver. Unfortunately, he left us for AEM, but still we have good connection. So I think it will be a good duo for the constructors.
Always good to have chemistry in a team, isn't it? Mercedes now know that after making the mistake with putting Hamilton and Rosberg together, of course. I don't think actually any teams are going to have that kind of problem. Maybe B Hill might in tier 2. Um, But I have to say, I think you've all picked very, very nicely there. Drivers that complement each other nicely, the ones that have chosen two so far. So, yeah, very, very nicely done so far. Let's get on with round 2.
Ooh.
15 gone so far from tier 1, and B Hill has chosen Hot Wivils from tier 3. So he's gone down to tier 3 now after. Well, he's waiting for his tier 1 pick, isn't he? But I'm guessing he wants a strong driver for tier 3. He knows he needs to get in there fast because his next pick is not for a while. It's not for 19 more picks. And Coy has gone immediately for tier 4 there. He's gone right the way down to tier 4 for his first pick of round 2. And he's chosen Collapse Ghost. Collapse Ghost, the first tier 4 driver to be drafted. And he'll be driving for McLaren. And we'll see. Actually, is it limitless? Yes, it is limitless on the clock. As we wait to see who he's going to pick now. He's chosen Veloce from tier 2. So XRL Veloce will be joining Ferrari and is the 4th tier 2 driver to be picked. Cryptix is up next. Or is he? Yes, he is. He's still typing. Don't make the mistake again. There we go. He's chosen TRT Tom Clark from tier 2 to partner him in tier 2. They will be the Alpha Tauri drivers for this upcoming season, season 4. TRT Tom Clark and Cryptic will be tier 2 drivers for Alpha Tauri. Again, strong pairing. These two I know can do a good job here. And but I'm not sure whether it's as fast as Veloce and Limitless or B Hill and Jacob. That one's going to be, we'll see. Falcon on the clock, just typing now. And let's see whether he makes a nice pick or not. Here we go. He's gone for EDMG 4494 for tier 1. So he will be partnering up with Rev Caterpillar for Tier 1. So Falcon, the Mercedes drivers are all picked now for Tier 1. I'm all right, Blocking. I'm all right. Blocking has chosen Keep Hyper for Tier 3. Keep, very, very strong driver indeed. I'd say faster than Eli, and I said Eli was a very, very good pick. So Keep Hyper, a very, very strong pick indeed. He'll be driving for Aston Martin, and I know that Keep likes that Aston Martin car. And Callum has now been picked by Brandt for Tier 3. Callum Renix will be joining Red Bull for this upcoming season for Tier 3. Already getting into the Tier 3 picks now. People trying to make sure they have a good driver in that one. Dan choosing his, I think, second Tier 2 driver. Nope, his first Tier 2 driver, sorry. He's chosen DJ Perks, another guy who's very, very fast indeed. He'll be driving for Williams. And Jezzy has picked Ads for Tier 3 Alpine. And again, strong pick there. And for Alfa Romeo, their driver is Tay T3. And it is Tier 2. So I believe that's Tier 2 done for Dre. Yes, it is. So Stabby will be partnered up with Tay for Season 4 of ABRL. Again, strong pick indeed for Tier 2. And Dre's now got to find next time round a driver for Tier 3 to join Whitey McWhite. Jezzy just getting himself ready here. And yes, he's picked a teammate for Ads. He's picked Crispy 71 for Tier 3. So it'll be Ads and Crispy side by side in Tier 3 for Alpine Season 4. And Dan's picked his mate in Tier 3 to partner him up. That's probably a dream pairing for him. He has chosen IFC, Arrows, co-owners of IFC. Both know each other very, very well indeed. So probably a dream partnering for Dan. Arrows used to be much faster than him. Dan has closed that gap recently. And well, they will be teammates in Tier 3 then at Williams. Brent has chosen Callum 205 for Tier 4. And Blockin has chosen NJ Airlines for Tier 3 Aston Martin. And Falcon for Mercedes picks Liam MCB for Tier 2. And that is to partner himself. I know he's actually Tier 3 as Falcon. I did not know that. I would have thought he'd be Tier 1. So that is the finally the partnering for Jake. So it's going to be Jake and Liam MC13 then. And Alfa Romeo have picked Taylor Boss for Tier 3. Again, fast driver indeed. We know that this man, he is on a good day, is faster than Dan. And Dan is, IFC Dan, team owner of Williams, is one of those people who's expected to win multiple races here. And we shall see what he can do. And now he has chosen a Tier 3 driver for Ferrari, the first Tier 3 driver he has picked. He's chosen Tier 1, and then Tier 2 and Tier 3 so far. Corey has chosen a Tier 2 driver. He's chosen Rico to join McLaren. Has he chosen a Tier 2 driver yet? No, he hasn't. It's his first Tier 2 driver, and Rico will be joining McLaren. And B Hill has chosen Alan for Tier 1 there for Haas. And finally, I think that's all of the Tier 1 drivers have been picked. And that is all of that. That is the end of round 2. Okay, then B Hill, get this next part started.
Well, I'm going to pick the Tier 3 runner-up from last year.
I have forgotten who that is.
That is maybe.
Oh, maybe. Such a strong driver is maybe. Love his drive. He's so fun to commentate over as well, I have to say. As Corey has now chosen his second Tier 2 driver, 2 picks in a row for him. He's chosen Tier 2. Rico and Leggies will be chosen then for Tier 2. McLaren.
It's a very strong pick, and I believe he's an WSRL driver.
Ooh, that is a very strong driver then. WSRL driver is Leggies, and Corey has chosen well then. Koa. Oh, Mr. Koa, extremely fast driver.
Mr.
Did not
consistent.
Oh,
That is what you call
Mr.
Mr.
Koa.
Koa.
He's very, very good as Mr. Koa. Very strong driver. That I did not know he was on offer. Limitless has got himself a very strong driver there. And Cryptic has chosen CCFC Ronan for tier 4. He said he didn't want anyone to take his because he was happy with it.
That's a very good
We'll
pick.
see whether that was the one he wanted.
Yeah, that's a very good
And
pick.
well,
Mason
and
can't hear
Falcon
me.
chooses Mason Gammon for tier 3. I saw Mason
He's
much
been moaning
earlier
in the
saying
chat. Yeah.
if he doesn't, much earlier in the chat saying if he doesn't get picked, he's gonna be really irritated. Well, he's been picked
Partnered with
now,
Falcon.
and Mason will be happy. And Blocken has chosen a tier 4 driver. Then now he's chosen Dove Nightmare. I was about to say Dove Nightmare. No, it's Dove Nightmare, and
Very,
he
very
is
fast
tier
driver.
4 driver.
The real
There's a tier
legend.
3 driver. He's chosen a tier 2 driver now. The real legend, fast driver. Bit inconsistent though, is the real legend.
Yeah,
Um,
qualifies at the back every race and then somehow ends up P4, P5.
He is he's very consistent in the race,
Yeah.
but in terms of pace, it's very off. Oh, Dan has chosen So with Face for Williams, and again, very strong driver. I've seen him drive a couple times, and I know that he can really put a result together if he puts his mind to it. Although again, little bit inconsistent is So with Face.
There are only 4 spots left in tier 2 now.
Not many left, and he's chosen tier 2. That's 3 left, and he's chosen Taining Orc for tier 2. If you're a tier 2 driver in the chat, then you've got to well, you're
The
shaking in your
BIP
boots now.
boys at Alpine, Hunter and Wolf. Both
Yes,
BIPs,
I
both
need that.
drivers.
And Dre has chosen Professor Lenny for tier 4. Is that his tier 4 lineup done?
No.
No, it is not. That's his
No,
first
yeah.
tier 4 pick. No, he's gone tier 4.
Dizzy.
He's gone for Dizzy. So he's going for a strong tier 4 lineup then. He's trusting in these two. And, well, his tier 3 driver is, we shall see, won't we? We shall have to wait and see who he comes out with.
Alpine have 2 tier 4 drivers to pick.
Oh, and Jesse's chosen tier 4, then he had to, and he's chosen Cracker 6.
They're going to pick in tier 2. Oh,
And Dan has chosen Simon Def for tier 4. And Dan knows how good Simon Def is. Really improved recently. And as his name says, he is deaf. So it's an interesting dynamic to have him in a team. But of course can still type. So yeah, we'll see how Simon Def gets along in tier 4. God, did he win a race last season?
I believe he won a race in IFC.
In IFC.
Yeah, he
IFC.
got a 3rd place, I believe, in tier 3 last season.
Yeah,
At the Circuit of Speed, Monza. Oh.
And Brent for Red Bull chooses VFD Matthew F1 for tier 2. And that is, I think is that Brent? Is that all Brent's tier 2 picks now gone?
Yep.
Blocking, he's put big W's for it. He's chosen a tier 4. So he still hasn't chosen it. He knows that he's got both tier 2s guaranteed. So he wanted to make sure he gets a tier 4 now. He's chosen Alex MP for Aston Martin for tier 4 there. Mercedes choose biggest nut for tier 4. Never heard of him. I'm not gonna lie. So I don't know how fast he's gonna be.
He raced here last season, but he was a McLaren driver, but he left midway through because of some inconsistencies with his availability, which could be a factor.
Oh, that's interesting. So Falcon choose maybe an inconsistent driver. Cryptic tier 3 pick choosing Sunny. I'm guessing
driver.
He's got tier 4 pick left, hasn't he?
He's got just a tier 4 pick left for Cryptic.
Oh yeah, just a tier 4 now.
Yeah. Good pick.
Zoan he's chosen for tier 4, and B Hill remarking it's a good pick. So let's see. Yeah, it is Westy Dog, the noob gamer. It is me. Koi now on the clock. We're about to reach the end of round 3 then. And then we'll have a half round for round 4. And Koi has chosen Callum for tier 3 there. And we'll head on to his fight. He's got another tier 3 pick, doesn't he?
He does.
Yeah. His final one. And B Hill's final pick in this round. It's going to be Rocket Lucy. Not Rocket Lucky.
No, Rocket. It is Rocket Lucy. You said it right. I've typed it wrong. The only girl driver to have signed up.
I accidentally said it right. You love to see it. And that is for tier 4 then. So that is the end of round 3 of 4. And again, some very strong picks in there. And you've chosen Zodiac 7 for tier 4 there, or VII. But very, very nicely done there from B Hill. I think 2 strong picks for tier 4. And, well, see this. And Koi for his final pick has chosen Zaki Boy for tier 3. And is that all of the tier 3 picks gone? No, it's not.
One
Still
for
got
Alfa
Dre.
Romeo.
And yeah, still got Dre, of course. Here we go. He's chosen Post Malone, of course he has. Not the famous singer/rapper.
I wish.
Cryptic then. Alpha Tauri, who's he going to pick to join CCFC Ronan? He's chosen Phantomen. What a name that is. Phantomen.
A returning driver from last year in tier 3. Very consistent. Not the quickest, but very, very consistent.
Well, consistency is the key for a lower tier.
Oh, I've just
Falcon has chosen Will 87F16135 for tier 4, and he will be partnering Biggest Nuts. Fucking, he's chosen MCD Coda. Coda, you
coming
can
down.
breathe easy, mate.
Coming down from tier 1.
You can breathe easy. He was stressing earlier. He can breathe easy, and he will be completely
I tell you what,
fine now. He'll drive in tier 2.
Lewison can also
Red
stop
Bull.
stressing. He has been picked by Red Bull.
Yep, Lawson 9 has been chosen. I'm reading it like a Roman numeral.
He's going from
Sounds funny.
Mercedes to Red Bull for season 4.
So that's an interesting switch, isn't it?
Especially after real life events.
And Dan has chosen Cop Kid Jack, another very nice name to say. Cop Kid Jack. Lots of hard K sounds there. Love it. He'll be driving for Williams in tier 4. He'll be joining Simon Death. Burton has been chosen now for tier 4, and he'll be driving for Alpine, and he will be joining. Who will he be joining?
Cracker 6.
We'll scroll quite the way up. Callum, he will be joining, and Dre has chosen Undercanth.
Unerkant HD.
Yeah, there we go. That's better.
There is one tier 2 seat left, and it is being picked right now, Lewis Howick.
1 tier 2. Here we go. Who is Booking going to choose? He's flip flopping.
He's
He's
making us
building
wait.
up the tension. He keeps on typing, then stopping. He's flip flopping about. He's trying to decide with all of his brain power. I know he doesn't have much of it, so it's taken a lot of it.
It's
HW he chooses.
HAW. There we go.
He says he's making a dive bomb and a half with this. Well, he's chosen HW, and he will be partnering MCD Coda. You just got to hope that HW is much more consistent than last season. But if he is, he's got
a
very,
dangerous
very
driver.
good. Phantom Kieran trying to sway it there.
So on
But unfortunately,
stream,
no.
on stream you will see all the tiers and everyone's pick. If your name isn't on this list, then please do not throw a strop. Do not have a hissy fit. You will get a chance to drive. There will also be a reserve tier where prize pools will be handed out. So it is not an issue. So yeah, you will, however, see your roles change to a season 4 reserve and be placed in the reserve room tier. But after that, we'll head over to the thingy and see how they think the draft went.
Blocking, how tense
Yeah.
was that last pick there? I'm sure you had multiple people screaming your name, trying to get you
Yeah,
taken.
I think that was a very, very out of the water pick, honestly, because it was like I had 4 guys on my mind, all 4 of them absolutely great for the team that they're in. I just made it was an experienced team leader pick. Just going from what my gut said, I think it said HAW. I'm taking because specifically, we do know that he has a history for being a bit inconsistent. Okay, that's an absolute understatement, but still, it's an understatement to say that. But having Coder and HW, I think that is gonna work in some way that I just believe it will. So I just have to throw it out there, I guess. Last pick, anyways.
Yeah, well, you've gone with that decision. You can't go back on it now. And well, for your sake, let's hope that HEW does perform for you. I think you've got the best picks here, Blocking. I think because you weren't limited by you being in there, you've managed to pick a team that works really nicely together with each other. You've got Julino and Beeb in tier 1, very, very strong lineup. You've got Coda and HEW in tier 2, Keep and Railines in tier 3. But all of those I know are very strong lineups. So I can't wait to watch Aston Martin, I have to say.
Yeah, definitely. Because I have just have nice experience with this, making sure everybody is along with each other. Because once you have chemistry, then the pace will just come just naturally. I think. Well, sometimes, but yeah, once you're having fun in a race, then it'll make it all the more better for the team, and I think that'll work right well with everybody. That.
Yeah, well, I think it has. I think it should work out for you in the end. There, we'll see, won't we? We
Mm-hmm.
shall see with every single one of these. Let's go to who should we go to? Dre, mate. How do you feel about your picks? With obviously now finished. How do you feel about yours?
I actually I'm actually pretty happy. Yeah, with I'm not sure about tier 4, but not because I'm not happy with the drivers, but I just don't know how fast they are. Because, like, I think tier 4 is pretty unknown from the pace for all of us here. Yeah, I think that's a blind pick in some parts for all of us. So, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
It wasn't as blind for me as I thought it would be, actually, but kind of at least.
Well, it was an interesting one to see. And well, I hope you guys are happy with who you picked, and I hope the viewers are happy with who's been picked. And no hard feelings, of course. Everyone will get to drive, most likely. So yeah, we hope for a good season, and let's see what goes down in it. Make sure you tune in Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. So yeah, thank you for watching, and goodbye, guys.